time you came in. You came in for the adjustment, it's $40. To do tractioning, wobble chair, head weight, it's $35 each. It'd be $145 every time you came in, plus re-exams and re-x-rays. So that would be, if you came in over a year plan, that'd be like $6,000 to $8,000 per year to cover the 50 to 72 visits you'd require. Is it worth, health-wise, is it worth $6,000 to $8,000 to get really healthy? Your health is priceless, obviously. But say you have a family of 3 or 4, and you want people to get care. Could you afford to spend, $12,000, all this money on just chiropractic? It's not realistic. So what we do is, if you save us some money by not paying every time you come in, if you do like a monthly auto debit or a yearly pay in full, we give you huge discounts to make it super affordable. So for a one-person care plan, usually it's between $200 to $250 for a 12-month plan. Some people have insurance coverage that then reimburses them part of that back. For a 6-month plan, let's say you want to just do the shorter plan and check it out, usually it's the same intense care in the beginning where you start at 3 times, you graduate down to 2 times. For a 6-month plan, it's usually between $300 to $350 for one person. Or if you do a family plan for a year, it's usually between $300 to $450 for the whole family. Numbers are very similar. My goal is to take care of families, to make care affordable so that people realize, yes, this is a priority, it's not cheap, but it's valuable, and your health is even more valuable. So what's the cost of being unhealthy? Can you buy your health back? It's extreme, but you look at me, this guy had $50 billion. One of the most brilliant people, and it breaks my heart when I read over his stories and people go through his genius, and he couldn't buy his health back. None of you guys would trade your life right now for his, because you know how important your health is. It's more than money, it's your life. So this is the one guy that's going in the same direction. His neck, he damaged it in high school playing sports. He's only 40 years old, this x-ray. See how sharp it is? I've seen people come in, some of our people who are 70 or 80 don't have that much damage. His top bone was at 2. He was taking heartburn medications. He had digestive stuff. He was taking blood pressure medications, cholesterol medications, pills for pain. He took 6 pills a day. His low back, it's supposed to be straight up and down. Those hips are supposed to be level. You can see how twisted it is. How are those signals getting out to the body? Yeah, no brainer, right? So he starts getting adjusted, changing lifestyle. Within 6 months, bam, his neck went from -9 to 26. This is much beyond the normal. Most people, it's like 4 to 5 degrees of improvement. What did his doctor say? His blood test started to change. So they took him off of 5 medications in the first 6 months. The same doctor he'd gone to for 10 years. Awesome doctor, brilliant woman. She was super excited. So then she started sending us every single one of her patients, right? She referred everybody. No, never. She said, keep doing what you're doing. That's what we always hear. But for him, his life has changed. His daughters all came in for care, wife, son, yeah, because they wanted to be healthy. So when I say ask your doctor if chiropractic is right for you, you're probably not going to hear a whole lot back about it because it's not what they do. We're into this, and like people bring me their stuff on their feet or their dental stuff, and I have no clue about it. I'm really into the spine and correcting spines and correcting lifestyles. It's not really what most doctors are into. So there are studies, though. We have a whole movie called Doctored where we talk about chiropractic and how it's changing healthcare and how we're starting to get more doctors on board. There are studies talking about people under chiropractic care using less pharmaceuticals, less hospitalizations. There's research on chiropractic care for things like inflammation, allergies, blood pressure. The idea is that we don't treat that, though. We help your body get healthier, and it's a healthier body that heals. Chiropractic is not a treatment. It's the way the body heals. This is an interesting one. A 16-year-old that came in suffering from ADHD. Anybody have family or friends that suffer from that, which I dealt with? Depression. Anybody know people with that? It's one of the top things in our country. Menstrual problems. Her menstrual problems were so severe she would miss a week of school at a time. Her parents were totally worried. She had a twin sister who's able to dysfunction better, and parents were stressed out. Her soccer coach pulls me aside one day when he's getting adjusted. He's like, you got to talk to this player on my team. She's having all these health problems. And I was like, I'm there. I'm like, I can't just show up at school though because it's a little creepy. So I did a health talk for the soccer team. I did it a few years in a row. It was pretty cool. Ended up she came in and got checked. Her parents came in and they said, beyond just the ADHD, and she's in a special classification at school and she's really suffering with depression and she's sick. The thing that really got them over the edge was she started cutting herself. And this is not that uncommon. A lot of our young children are suffering with this stuff. So her top bone, neurology-wise, which is crucial to balance out that vagus nerve, which runs everything. This is all for rest and digest and chilling people out. Her top bone was at 31 degrees. or it should have been at 31. She started at 11. So here's the normal. She started at 11. Neck is supposed to be 43. She's at 27. How well are the signals getting from her brain out to her tissues and cells? What pill can you take to fix your neurology? You got to actually get the structure better for the function to be better. So she starts getting adjusted, and after a month, her mom pulls me aside and she said, it's not working. Her menstrual stuff is not better. She's not doing that much better in school. The reality is, in a month, are you going to be brand new? Is everything going to be fixed? I expect a lot of people to see improvements. Usually at 2 months, people start to see really good improvements. It's a process. And I told her, you can start, well, she was missing some visits, so I said, you got to make sure you make your adjustments, because every adjustment builds on the last one. You got to make sure you're doing your home care, because that's changing the ligaments to hold the adjustments to keep moving you forward when you're not here. And they had the option of going and stopping care and going back to what they had been dealing with for years. And just from an expense point of view, how expensive is it for a child to be in the hospital every month? You know what I mean? You're in the hospital overnight. How much does it cost? It costs more than a whole year of being here, realistically. So for her, they got pretty serious with it, and it's pretty neat. So her neck, top one went from 11 to 23. Her lower part went from 27 to 32 in her first year. It took 60 visits to get there. Is it perfect? Even in someone who's 16, 17 years old, it's still not perfect, but it's much better. If you watch her video, which is on our website, we have about 40 really good testimonial videos from people who most of you guys probably know them, talking about how their health, their life has changed with care in our office. For her, the neat thing was they took away her classification as ADHD. It took them 6 months to get her off her depression medications because she was on a pretty severe one. Today, she's medication free. She talks about in the video how now she feels free in general. She feels like she can do what she wants to, doesn't have to worry about health, doesn't have to be sick all the time and miss everything that she would like to be doing. This is the last one. This is a little 2-year-old that came in. He was the last member of his family who came in. His older brother came in with severe asthma problems. Parents had suffered lots of different things. The cool one up there, you'll read, anyway, she's got a really long one on our scoreboard where she talks about her improvement. So he came in, he was at a point, he was going to physical therapy and occupational therapy for an hour to 2 hours multiple times a week. He was not having a good ability to swallow, so he was really, really underweight, just a lot of different health conditions. So he starts getting adjusted, and on a 2-year-old, the adjustments are quite light, and he starts getting healthier. The neat thing was, within 2 months, his top bone went from 24 to 29.8, almost up to 31. Neck went from 30 to 39. His weight improved. Speech improved. No more tics. Swallowing better. Not because I'm some miracle worker, because the body's meant to heal naturally. So today, he's doing awesome. And that's the goal, for families to get healthy, because if you thought about it, who would you want to leave at home? Do you know what I mean? Like when I talk to people, they're always like, well, I want to get my kids checked. They're more important than me. You don't want to leave anybody home. If there was a supplement that you knew was going to help your health, you would definitely tell your whole family and everyone you knew about it. And that's the goal of getting people healthy. Because with his parents, they were like, how could this happen? The first stressor for most people is birth. Dr. Guterman, a famous German physician, real doctor, a medical doctor, we're unreal doctors because our patients get better, basically did the study, and they said the polling with birth, that 80% of children have the upper 2 vertebrae pulled out of alignment from birth. 80%. So most people who are born in the U.S. have parts of our spine pulled out of place. By the age of 10, they said we have 10,000 falls. So most people I talk to have areas of subluxation that they could get healthier with chiropractic. So my little man, Cal, has been checked and adjusted since birth. Boom. This is his best friend, checked and adjusted since birth. We have a lot of young people, kiddos that come in here. Why do we adjust the kids? Is it because they have sciatica or ringing in the ears or numbness? No, because they want them to be what? Healthier. You want them to be healthier. How long does it take me to adjust my son or my wife? It takes a minute, 2 minutes. Most adjustments when people are in here, you get in, you do your warm-ups, you get adjusted, and you're home, and it takes, to do your warm-ups and get adjusted, you see it's 10 to 15 minutes. The adjustment itself takes about 1 to 2 minutes. If you want a longer visit, you let me know, and we set up a time. Maybe I can take you to lunch, maybe you can come in 15 minutes before our shifts, and I can talk to you about health, or answer your questions, or give you information. But most visits, most people are here to get adjusted. Does that make sense? Yeah, I don't want to waste your time. A lot of people come in, they're like, you know what, I get it. I came to your seminar. I know about lifestyle stuff. I read all your newsletters. You're a psycho. I just want to get adjusted and get home. So that's the case. So the reason that we get so many people better is because we get people like you who bring them in and refer them in. These kiddos wouldn't have had vision improvements, wouldn't have had their asthma get better if someone like you didn't refer them. This kiddo who suffered from migraines to the point where he was taking pills over and over again, burn a hole through his stomach, burn an ulcer, he wouldn't be healthy now. He wouldn't be a happy, well, he'd be happy. He's a happy guy regardless. But he wouldn't be as healthy without people like you referring him in here. This young guy who works at Wegmans, who has a wonderful written testimonial on there on the wall, he got 2 promotions in the last year because he's healthier. He's more confident. The tics that he had since a child, Tourette's tics, they said they're gone. He's able to work better. Sarah, we talked about her being able to get pregnant. So a lot of the changes happen because you guys spread the word. And that's one of the reasons that I'm here, is to change the world and change the community and get people healthier. So what I do on your next visit, I give you a sheet like this. If you have people you thought of throughout this talk who you want information for, even if they're in Hawaii, if they're anywhere around the world, I have a lot of chiropractic connections. I will happily find them someone to go to. We have people, found people in like Guatemala, I mean, you name it. We have people who come here or their family who are going to people all over the world. So if you thought of someone, next time I give you this sheet, you write down their name, information. If you want us to contact them, you can write that down. Or conditions, I'll give you brochures, handouts. I will look up stuff for them. Our goal is to change the health of this community and the world. So you guys have now made it through the longest visit of your life. The 3 things I ask of you was, 1, if you want to be here, let me know. Come make your appointments and get great results. 2, if it makes sense, get your family checked. We will set up a special time to check your family for free because I think they should know if their spine is damaged or not. And 3, please help us spread the word to people so we can get more people healthy. The sooner you can get adjustment, the better.